Have you ever prayed for something with all your heart, but nothing happened? You waited, you believed, but heaven stayed silent, and you wondered why. What if I told you Jesus once refused to answer a prayer? Not from a stranger, not from someone full of doubt, but from someone he loved deeply. Today we're going to uncover the one prayer Jesus said no to and why it matters more than we think. This story is hidden in plain sight. You've probably read it before, but the deeper meaning? Most people miss it. Let's go back to the Garden of Gethsemane. It's late at night. The disciples are sleeping. Jesus is overwhelmed with sorrow. The cross is just hours away. He falls to the ground and prays, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me." That's it. That's the prayer. Jesus, the Son of God, asked not to go through the suffering of the cross. And the Father did not remove the cup. Let that sink in. The only sinless man in history asked for the pain to pass, and God said no. Why? Why would God not answer the prayer of his own Son? Here's where most people stop reading. But this is where things get powerful. Jesus added one more line to his prayer, "Yet not my will, but yours be done." This is the heart of it. The prayer was surrendered, not demanded, not twisted with guilt or fear, but offered up with trust. Jesus wasn't just asking to avoid pain, he was aligning his heart with God's greater purpose. That's the first key. God sometimes says no, because he's saying yes to something greater. The cross was brutal, but it became the doorway to resurrection, salvation, freedom for you and for me. Now here's the twist most people never realize. God did answer Jesus' prayer, just not in the way expected. Luke's gospel tells us that an angel appeared and strengthened him. He didn't remove the cup, he gave strength to endure it. And sometimes that's exactly what God does for us. You may be in a season where you feel unheard, like your prayers are hitting a wall. But what if God isn't ignoring you? What if he's strengthening you? What if he's saying, "I see you and I'm walking through this with you," because what's on the other side will change everything. Another powerful truth, Jesus understands unanswered prayers. He's been there. He gets the pain, the confusion, the waiting. This means you can trust him, not just when things are good, but when heaven is quiet. Hebrews 4:15 says, "We do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses." Jesus knows what it feels like to ask and not receive the answer you hope for. But he also shows us what trust looks like. Real trust is not based on outcomes, it's based on relationship. It says, "Even if I don't understand, I know you are good. Even if you say no, I know your plan is still for my good." Let's pause here for a moment. Is there a prayer in your life that God hasn't answered? Maybe it's healing. Maybe it's reconciliation. Maybe it's direction. Could it be God is writing a better story? One that's unfolding behind the scenes? Jesus' story didn't end in Gethsemane. It didn't end at the cross. It exploded into life 3 days later. Your story isn't over either. Sometimes the no is simply a not yet. Sometimes it's protection. Sometimes it's preparation. But every time it's love. If God could trust Jesus with the silence of the garden, you can trust him with yours. So the next time you feel like your prayer goes unanswered, remember this. Jesus prayed the same way. And through that no, the greatest victory in history was born. If this message stirred something in your heart, comment amen below. And if you want more videos that dive deep into the Bible's hidden truths, make sure you subscribe. God is still speaking, even in the silence.